What's up, people? JH Prison Stories. Put some good out in the world now. But I had a seizure yesterday. It busted side of my face open. It's still a little purple and stuff. But anyway, didn't stop me from trying to do a video. Put some good out in the world, like I said. I had to get my stuff straight. I had to get, my head was a little messed up yesterday because I hit my head hard. But this morning it was alright, so. Anyway, sitting in the truck this morning, started thinking about this guy that was at the Rotary Farm. They called him Blue Eyes. Now, I didn't know why they called him Blue Eyes. I found out. I didn't know how I was going to find out. But the way I found out, I didn't want to find out. So they call him Blue Eyes. Every morning, he's a permanent there. He's on the yellow side. He's a permanent. He's in khakis. He's not in yellow or blue or green. Green's PC, stuff like that, But anyway, they started mixing PC up because 1 and 2 and 3 was usually like the check-in people. But anyway, I didn't know that till years later either. But and the chomos and stuff like that. But anyway, so I hear about this cat named Blue Eyes that's on the compound, like he likes boys, he stay away from this dude, this and that. He does crazy things, like crazy things, and if he ever asks you if you want to see his blue eyes, the motherfucker's got brown eyes, okay? So if he says, do you want to see his blue eyes, say no, okay? Don't get popcorn for this motherfucker. Don't get nothing, okay? Because back then you could go to the movie. It had movie night on weekends. You can go and they give you these popcorn buckets and stuff. He would cut a hole out in that popcorn bucket, put his thing through it, and then you'd reach your hand in there and there it'd be. And then you either stole off, which he's going to whoop you because he's like that. He's a Golden Glove champion, but he went nuts. He could fight on the street like he was a boxer. So dude's going to beat you up, and I don't even want to know what happens after that, so I just stayed away. But some people had to find out why, for some reason, they wanted to know why he was called Blue Eyes when his eyes was brown, like I said, shit brown. Now, I think Blue Eyes is dead now. I think he got out and actually OD'd, so rest in peace, Blue Eyes, But anyway, dude wasn't really a bad dude, he wasn't like the take booty bandit type person. He wasn't like that, but he would fuck with you. If he liked, he would try to fuck with you. And I had to let him know, hey dude, I don't fuck around like that, like don't do that to me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I wouldn't find out till later on, but here's what happened. So, like I said, I got moved over to yellow, so yellow gets to see permanents. Yellow can sign up for classes. I didn't know. I thought I was a level 3 or 4, or 5, because I thought I was going behind the fence. It took so long. But I actually ended up going to a camp at that point in time. Now, I almost tricked my time off at that point because of what happened with Blue Eyes. So what happened was, he said some things, I come up, I'd hear things like he'd be drinking coffee at the fence, and so I walk up to him, and I'm like, hey man, what's going on? Drinking my coffee, and I don't realize it yet, and he's standing facing me. He won't turn. He's facing the guard tower. The guard tower, where there's a lady guard working, Every morning he does this. I don't know why. Until what the story's getting ready to unfold. I have no idea why he's standing there every morning with his cup of coffee. When they call yard, boom, he's there. At that fence. Stands straight at the guard tower, does not move. For hours. Sometimes until they call wreck. And then he comes back in. You know, I've never paid attention to how he comes back in, but I've, you know, paid attention that he does this every day. It's a routine. You get a routine in prison. That's what you do. So he got this routine. So, like I said, at that point in time, you could go to the other side of the yard where the other intakes was. If you was a intake and wasn't classified yet, you can go back and forth during rec. So you could see that the permanent side of the fence from the intake side. Okay, what I'm about to tell you, I was not prepared for on that day. Okay, so we go up, I'm drinking my coffee, and we're walking around the track. Blue Eyes is coming out the door. He's got his coffee cup. He's drinking, you know. Goes up to the fence. I kid you not. Takes his thing out. Weaves it back and forth through a good 8 or 9 chains, and has got his blue eyes pointed toward the guard tower. And his blue eyes is on top of his, you know, where it would hurt to get tattooed at. So if you grab popcorn, his blue eyes is going to be looking up at you, you know. Usually his blue eyes is looking up at him every morning before he has to go pee. So you know what blue eyes I'm talking about. He's got 2 blue eyes tattooed on the, you know, where he peas. And dude has got a like weaved through the fence, like weaved in and out. And they know, the guards know, he does this every day. And he's a big white boy. Just a big white dude. Not white boy, I don't like that terminology and stuff, but he's a big white dude. A big Caucasian, whatever the fuck you want to say. I'm not trying to offend people or nothing like that, but you know, he is what he is. And in prison, race is a big deal. No matter how people try to say that it ain't, it is. In every state, probably, race is a big deal. Numbers is a big deal. Where you're from is a big deal. I was a country boy. Never seen a city in my life when I went to prison except for Moorhead, Kentucky, which is very small. It's a college town, but it's very small. It's not even a city. It's like a big town. You know what I mean? So that had been all I'd ever seen. I hadn't seen Lexington. I hadn't seen Louisville. I was just a naive kid. I didn't know I could go on vacations and all this stuff back then. I was fucked up in my addiction and raising my kids, trying to make sure they didn't get took, social workers, stuff like that. And I went and got treatment, done the right thing. I tried to, and then I relapsed, you know, and that's when I done all that. But we'll get to them other stories. We'll get to, you know, to the point to where I've spent thousands of dollars on lawyers. My kids, my one daughter that I thought loved me, texted, said she hated me. I still text her every at least once a week and tell her I love her anyway, love them both. I can't text my other daughter, she got me blocked, but I still tell my one daughter that I love both of them. I still do that to this day. But I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars for a lawyer whenever I'm not going to get nowhere, and she's just going to break court orders. But there is a thing, like, I'm not trying to get this woman in trouble, but she's doing it herself. What can I do? There's nothing I can do besides get her in trouble. If I go to court this time, she will be in trouble for violation of 2 court orders. Because I have proof that I was innocent on the other court order that she had no right to do, because you're innocent until proven guilty. If you got paperwork on that, you're innocent until proven guilty. And I was proven innocent. So I can get her in some serious trouble. This is the 2nd court order that has been violated. There's been nothing done on her part. I have tried to do everything on my part. They wouldn't do the classes because the kids' insurance is different than mine. I tried to pay with my insurance. I tried to pay cash. They would not do it where the judge did it. And I don't know if this judge realized that, or if he was just anti-man, or if he just believed all what women said, or just wanted to do things with women. And he's probably one of them type of judges that could be, you know, whatever. It is what it is. It's Eastern Kentucky. It is what it is. Now, speaking bad on every judge, because the older judge that I had before him was great. Great judge. He knew the case. He knew it better than anybody. He did his judgment. He knew what was going on, and he done the right thing. The new judge, the young judge, does not need to judge a book by its cover, like I said. But anyway, back to Blue Eyes. So, I catch why they call him Blue Eyes. And it's full-fledged boom. Because when you walk the track, you walk, right there's the fence. There's like a 3-foot gap from the fence. You can't help but, hey, Blue Eyes, oh shit! And then you keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it happened. So, and he's laughing his ass off because he got me. Like, he hadn't got me in a while. You know what I mean? Like weeks he hadn't got me, you know. And he got me. He gets everybody. If you've ever heard of Blue Eyes in the penitentiary system in the state of Kentucky, you know what I'm talking about. You will get got eventually. He's not the type that's going to do this and that to you, but you will see his baby maker eventually. You know, that's what's going to happen, you know. So if you don't want to, you know, see stuff like that, don't go to prison. Don't go to jail. Don't do stuff wrong. Do the right thing. You know what I mean? That's what you do. What you do in life echoes in eternity. Now, that is a quote from a movie called Troy. Achilles, the warrior, said that. What we do in this life echoes in eternity. And I do believe that there is a God, and I do believe that, listen, the sun is not a ball of fire, I don't believe, but we'll get into those stories later on. But there's supposed to be some big storms headed our way today after 12 o'clock. I don't know. I'm not really bothered by them, so I don't know if they're going to hit. I don't think that they're going to do anything here. They might do other places, but if they do here, then, you know, we got some stuff, like we can throw some metal over top of this hole that I already got dug, and we can put some stuff on it to where it's not going to go nowhere, you know what I mean? But we can be safe. But anyway, I love you guys. I'm going to let you guys go. Jay Halsey, trying to put some good back out in the world because I did so much bad in the past and I paid for it. So, listen to the videos. And if you don't care, subscribe. I need 500 subscribers to 1,000 subscribers. Help me out. Hit the like button. Make a comment. I don't care. Do whatever you need to do. But I appreciate you guys. Help me out, man. I want to get that YouTube plaque. I want to be somebody on here. I want to do something because I've not had many chances to do stuff. So I want to put some good. I want to educate people on what's going to happen in Kentucky, because there's not many educational videos on in Kentucky. There's other states. But this is Kentucky prisons and jails that you can expect, and guarantee you that I'm telling the truth. So, love you guys. See you next time.